Right. So today we are going to really do a deep dive into this new O3 mini model from OpenAI.
Right.
We got a couple of YouTube videos that kind of go over, what it can do and what it's all about.
Yeah.
And it's, I got to say, this is not just an upgrade. This is like something completely different.
It really is different.
Yeah.
We've had these other models like GPT-4, where it was all about processing all this data.
Right.
O3 Mini is based on this thing called chain of thought reasoning, which is a really different approach.
Chain of thought reasoning. Okay, so help me understand, break that down a little bit.
Okay, so imagine instead of just giving an answer based on probability, it actually breaks the problem down to steps.
Oh, okay.
Like a human would, thinks through each step, the logic, the outcome.
So it's like it's showing its work.
Yeah, it's kind of showing its work. And that's why it's been
Okay.
beating these other models, in testing. Yeah.
For example, it can complete 61% of high school level coding challenges, which GPT-4 couldn't even touch.
So I'm running a business. Could I give it a task?
Right.
And it could actually write the code for me.
Yeah, potentially, yes.
Okay.
Let's say you needed a sophisticated algorithm for your e-commerce site.
Right.
To personalize product recommendations. You could describe the function to O3 Mini, and there's a good chance it could generate the code for you.
Wow.
And save you weeks of developer time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And before it even starts doing that, it's thinking about what you asked it and whether that's
it's analyzing it.
Safe and all that.
It's designed to think before it speaks.
Okay.
So to speak.
Yeah.
It considers not just the logic, but also the safety implications.
Right.
Before it does anything.
So it's like a safety net.
In a way, yeah. It's a big, step forward for, AI development.
And this careful approach, it leads to some pretty interesting results.
Okay.
It's got an 83.8% win rate in persuasive reasoning tests.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
83.8% win rate. So it's winning arguments 83.8% of the time?
Pretty much, yeah. It's up there with the top 80 to 90% of human debaters.
So that's fascinating.
Yeah.
And also kind of scary, right? How do we make sure that doesn't get misused?
Yeah, that's a really important question. Sure. And OpenAI, they're very aware of that.
Okay.
They've built in these safety features to kind of mitigate those risks.
Right.
But it raises questions about how we use this.
Yeah.
And how we control it.
It really, really does, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the videos, they talked about how they made it play Snake.
Ah, yes, the snake game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fascinating.
It's a really cool example of how O3 Mini can handle these multifaceted tasks.
Yeah.
It created the game itself using Python, then wrote the script for the snake to actually play itself.
And then they had it make a machine learning model to get better at the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
It's like AI learning to get better at a game it also created.
Right.
So they had this reward function, right? And they had they added random elements like traps, fruit with different point values. And over time, the AI agent, it went from randomly moving to actually strategize it.
So he learned how to actually play Snake.
Yeah.
Strategically.
Yeah, although there was this funny moment where the snake got confused by a green fruit and started chasing its own tail for a while.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of funny,
Even the AI gets distracted sometimes.
It's a good reminder that even with these advanced systems, there's still these unexpected things that happen.
Yeah.
And, we're constantly refining things.
Right. So, we talked about it writing code. We talked about it playing Snake. But what about, how do we use this in business?
Right. So, think about this. Using it to analyze your sales data.
Okay.
It could, find trends that you missed.
Right.
Pinpoint areas for improvement. Even predict, future sales based on, the past.
So it's not just crunching numbers. It's giving you insights.
It's giving you actual insights.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's like having a 24/7 business analyst on your team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
But it does make me wonder, how do we know?
Yeah.
It's not going to be used for for bad things,
That's a really important point. And, that's why OpenAI has been so open about the risks with O3 Mini.
Yeah, I did notice that in the videos. They seemed pretty upfront about the fact that this is powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And we got to be careful.
It's a good step, just being open about that.
Yeah.
Helps everyone, be more aware.
Yeah.
And it encourages, responsible development.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, analyzing sales data.
Right.
Could it also be used to, like look at customer feedback?
Oh, absolutely.
Like all those reviews, all the social media comments.
Yeah, it can, analyze tons of text.
Right.
And pull out, the important insights.
Okay.
It can find common themes, see what's working, what's not.
So instead of me having to read thousands of comments.
Right, exactly.
You just tell me what people are saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
It's like having this super-powered customer service rep who can analyze feedback from thousands of people at once.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of, reaching lots of people.
Right.
One of the things that really stood out to me was that O3 Mini can work in different languages.
Multiple languages, yeah.
How many languages are we talking about here?
So it can currently operate in 13 different languages.
Okay, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it opens up a lot of possibilities for businesses, that are looking to expand.
Yeah, like could I give it a marketing campaign in English and have it like adapt it for different countries, different cultures?
Potentially. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something, that it could assist with in crafting these marketing materials that really connect with people all over the world.
Yeah.
It could be huge, for businesses trying to reach those global customers.
It really could.
Yeah.
All this sounds amazing, but I know there's this term model autonomy risk.
Right.
What does that mean?
So model autonomy risk basically refers to the idea that a model like O3 Mini could basically change its own code.
Oh, wow.
And become even smarter, than we designed it to be.
So it's like the AI evolving.
Right. It's a very complex topic.
Yeah.
And one that's still being heavily researched.
So it could get out of control, basically.
That's the concern. But it's important to remember that this is still very theoretical. Okay. OpenAI, they've put in a lot of safety features.
Right.
And they're always, working on improving, how controllable these models are.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, they're taking it very seriously.
Okay.
They understand that, as AI gets more advanced, that safety and control become even more important.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing process.
Yeah, for sure.
Of development and research and responsible implementation.
It makes you realize how important those safety features really are.
Yeah, they're essential, as we create these systems to make sure that they, stay aligned with, human values.
Right.
And don't cause any harm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It seems like we're kind of entering this new world.
It's a new era.
Where AI is going to be a part of, everything we do.
Absolutely, both personally and professionally. It's a really exciting time to be, seeing how this is all evolving.
It is.
The possibilities are pretty much endless, but we gotta approach it carefully and responsibly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for someone listening, who's thinking, okay, this is all great, but how do I use this in my business?
Yeah, good question.
What would you tell them?
Well, I think the first step is to, really learn about it.
Okay.
Check out the resources.
Right.
Read about, the different ways it's being used. And just think about how it could address, specific challenges in your business.
So do your research and then start thinking about how you can apply it.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment. AI is changing so fast.
Yeah.
And the best way to learn is to just jump in and start exploring.
It's really, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
To think about all the different ways that businesses could use this. I mean, this could really change things.
It really could. We're talking about automating tasks, getting these deep insights. I mean, it could even create whole new ways of, doing business.
Yeah. And one of the things that they talked about in the videos that I thought was really interesting was using it for Like content creation.
Yes, content creation. And we're not just talking about, writing a simple blog post or something.
Right.
O3 Mini can, like, analyze your audience, understand what they're interested in,
right,
and create content that's, like, specifically designed to, resonate with them.
So let's say I'm launching a new product.
Okay.
Could I use this to make marketing materials that really speak to the people who are going to buy it?
Absolutely. Think about targeted ad copy,
right,
compelling website content, even engaging social media posts.
Yeah,
O3 Mini could help you create stuff that gets people's attention, and really drives those sales.
And then with the multiple languages?
Exactly.
I mean, you could basically create a whole global campaign.
Think about it. Reaching new markets.
Right.
Expanding your customer base. I mean, it could really change how businesses approach global marketing.
But I got to imagine there's got to be some challenges, right?
Oh, of course. Of course. One of the big ones is making sure that that the content that it creates is original. Right. That it doesn't accidentally plagiarize something. So it takes careful monitoring,
So you're saying that humans still need to be involved.
Absolutely. AI can help. Right. But it's not about replacing humans. Right. It's about, finding that balance and using AI to make us better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about data security?
Right.
I mean, if we're giving it all this information, like customer data and stuff.
That's a really good point. The good AI providers like OpenAI, they have strong security in place to protect that data. So it's about choosing those providers carefully.
So do your research.
Exactly, do your research. As with any new technology, there are risks. Right. But if you take the right precautions, you can use AI safely and effectively.
The thing that I keep thinking about is that, like, we might be seeing like a new kind of intelligence being born here,
It's a really interesting thought as these systems, get better at reasoning and solving problems. Yeah. It kind of blurs the lines between what we think of as, human intelligence and machine intelligence.
Makes you wonder what's going to happen in the future.
Right. I mean, if it can do all this now, what about 5, 10, 20 years from now?
It's exciting and a little scary at the same time.
It is. It's hard to predict.
Yeah.
But, one thing's for sure, AI is going to keep shaping our world.
Absolutely. Yeah. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive on O3 Mini, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all this?
I think the most important thing is to don't be afraid to explore the potential of AI. It's powerful. It can change businesses. Right. It can improve our lives. Yeah. But, approach it carefully, responsibly, and with curiosity.
Absolutely. It's not just science fiction anymore, right?
No, it's here.
It's here, and it's changing everything.
It's changing how we live, how we work. Yeah. O3 Mini is just one example of all the incredible stuff that's happening in AI right now.
We'll make sure to put some links
good idea.
in the show notes so people can learn more.
Keep learning, stay engaged, and keep exploring the world of AI.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me.
It was my pleasure.